about this video because I am about to meet up with one of my very good friends. Over the years, I've gotten to know this individual. This person works for Red Wing Shoes, and he is so passionate, probably, or if not the most passionate person I've met who works for Red Wing Shoes. His store is beautiful. This person has an Instagram channel, the best run Instagram channel in my opinion, even better than Red Wing's Instagram channel, because this person celebrates Red Wing boots and also does a wonderful job showcasing everybody within the community. This is how I learned about him. So without further ado, I'm going to take you inside to meet this person. I've spoken many times about him on my channel over the years, and we'll finally get to hear from the man himself. So let's go inside. Alrighty, everybody. So this is the legend, the one and only. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
I'm Rocky Washington.
Hi, Rocky. So I've spoken about you several times on my channel, actually, when I've done boot unboxings. I believe that you have the best Red Wing shop in the USA. You have such a beautiful Red Wing heritage collection. How long have you been with Red Wing Shoes?
7 years.
7 years. Wow. And what do you love about the company?
Just the brand. The brand, the dedication, the commitment, the service, the people I work with. Yeah.
That's so amazing. May I show your boots today?
Absolutely.
Which ones are these?
These are the 8818s.
Wow. And I see you've customized them a bit. What have you done with them?
So I swapped out the heel to a Vibram lug, added some speed hooks, and tossed on some white leather waterproof flat laces.
Those are amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. You're welcome. So I just want to show your shop, but why is it that you are so passionate? Because your Instagram channel, for example, you just have a lot of very nice posts where you celebrate the community, but you also are very involved just in posting a little bit of everything, not just about the shop itself, but what you're doing outside within the community and how you celebrate the community.
I think it's just, I really love the brand from the moment I joined the company. The quality of the boots, and then all the accessories and side products that go with the boots. And it's just been a very enjoyable thing to share and kind of bring other people into that process with me.
That's amazing. And what's your position?
I'm a store manager.
That's so awesome. Will you show me your heritage wall, please?
Sure. So we've got our women's heritage, and we've got 2 bays of men's heritage. We're constantly rotating and kind of changing the look of everything here, just trying to keep it fresh, updated. Time to time, we'll get some rare styles that a lot of other stores do not carry.
Have you been to Red Wing, Minnesota?
I've been to Red Wing numerous times, a couple of times for our heritage meetings. I was also on the DEIB committee, so I've had a lot of trips out to Red Wing, and I love it. It never gets old.
What do you think about the little town?
I love it. It's a lot to see. I've got some favorite spots, and I like to go when I'm there now. So yeah, it's an enjoyable time. I've said I'm going to take the Amtrak out there because, you know, it stops right behind the corporate office.
How many hours?
I think the train is about 6 or 8 hours, I believe. Don't quote me on that, though.
That would be a beautiful and scenic journey.
It really would.
That's...
I did a road trip with another manager 2 years ago.
Wow.
And we had a blast.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell me a little bit about your fitting process. Like if somebody were to walk into your shop and ask you, like, what size am I in boots? I know it's different for men versus women. What do you do usually for men?
Well, the fitting process is going to be the same no matter who's coming in. And the first thing we want to do is grab our iPad, and we want to get them over here on our volumental scanner. So this volumental is going to take a 3D image of their feet. So the first thing they need to do is get their shoes off, roll their pants legs about calf high, and we're going to step on this machine here get a 3D scan of their feet. This is going to tell us their size, width, all of that fun stuff. Secondly, we're going to have them walk across this dynamic pad, which is there's a pressure plate underneath. So it's going to show where they're putting the most pressure on their feet and suggest the correct orthotics to relieve that pressure. Now, a lot of people don't put insoles in their heritage boot, but we still do that process. So once we figure out their size, everything will show up on the iPad. And what I'll do is, I'll just kind of bring up my old scan so you can kind of see what it looks like. Or you can see the previous scan that's here. So there's a previous scan of the last customer that was here. So you can see it shows his size over there, width, but it'll show heel to toe length, ball width, arch height, instep. So you can kind of see all of this vital information and make sure you get them in the right boot. So you can kind of see this gentleman's probably going to have a little bit more pressure in that area because of his high instep height. Same with his instep girth. And then the dynamic pad.
Oh, wow.
So he's putting a little bit more pressure on the ball of his left foot, maybe more of the heel of his right foot. And it'll show his arch index on here as well. And then we go to footwear. We can go to insoles. It'll show the recommended insoles for him. For his case, it would be the Anti-Fatigue Slim, Multi-Purpose Elite, and the 3D Custom. This one, it takes about 2 weeks for them to make that specifically for your feet. They'll ask your height and your weight, and we'll put that in here. 2 weeks later, we'll have that shipped to the store. The rest of those we already have in stock. The nice, really cool part about this, and they're constantly upgrading this system, we can look in here. So like with Heritage, let's say you want I don't know why they just showed that. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can get down there. Let's take that work off. Go to Heritage. It will show how they think your foot will fit in any specific boot.
Oh, that's incredible.
So this gentleman, they're recommending for him a 13 wide. It'll show great, 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 great. Now, if he said, well, I kind of want a 12, well, that's going to be a little bit more snug toward the toe area. So this is a really great tool that we use to size and get everybody in the right boot, give them the right fit. And then obviously we want to talk to them about socks, making sure you got the right socks with the boots. And then obviously the care products. So generally, I normally would wear these pretty much all year. Lately, I've been switching to these. They're a little bit thinner for the summer, but all moisture wicking, really comfortable, great for breaking in. A new pair of Heritage boots. I definitely recommend it over, cotton pair of socks or anybody who's out there wearing ankle beater socks trying to break in Heritage boots. And lastly, we want to come over to our care products. And what's great about this, everything is kind of lined here, nice and easy. It tells you what you need. Now, our favorites, I should say, for when it comes to the Heritage boots, we generally like the foam cleaner, the leather cream, especially if you don't want the boots to get any darker, and then the leather protector. So you want to clean, condition, and protect the boots on a monthly basis. And that's the process. It's nice and easy.
It's come a long way over the years, huh?
It really has. It really has. I remember back in the day, you're lucky if you found some polish, and that was about it. But now there's so much to take care of your boots, from something as simple as a welt brush or a dauber brush, and then obviously having the polishes to put on there. If you find that you're getting your boots a little scuffed up on the back side of the spinner here, we've got those. And obviously we do repairs, so if you need a resole, we send those out. Or if you want to do something like mine, you want to add speed hooks, we can do that. Put your own little custom flair on your boots.
So awesome, Rocky. Thank you very much. And I see you have a lot of accessories too in your store. Headgear, t-shirts, bags. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
And we're even rolling out more. This fall, there's more hats coming, some really nice looking hats. Socks are always evolving. Obviously with the Superfeet insoles, we're constantly adding. We just added 2 more about 2 months ago. So we're up to about 10 to 12 of those now. So yeah, it is constantly changing, which is nice. That's another thing I love about Red Wing. We're not just being stagnant. We're constantly pushing the needle and moving.
That's so awesome. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us about this process, for
Absolutely.
welcoming us into your beautiful store.
Thank you. Anytime.